first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
So exciting. Did you kind of have an idea going in that you had a good shot to make it?
Yeah, definitely. That was something that Jerry and I talked about. There was even a difference from like last year's trials was I wasn't going in asking for like a miracle to happen. I had run 9:08 and I'm as fit as I've ever been, so we thought that the chances were really good. But I mean, the chances were really good for like 6 or 7 of the women too. So we knew it wasn't going to be just a walk in the park. But just going in, having that belief and that confidence was huge.
Yeah, and I know that we've, at least for me, I've got the chance to cover you since your Oregon State days. Just looking back at where you were when you decided that you were going to be a pro and do this for a living, right? And to where you are now, where do you feel like you've just kind of grown the most?
I think just improving my aerobic capacity and just my overall strength has been really huge. I mean, I've been doing workouts that I've never thought that I would be able to do before, and just trying to hang on to Carissa and Christina and Gavia and workouts has been really huge. Just have people to kick my butt at practice every day. And then having altitude camps, I would say. I had never really done that in college, so I always feel really good coming out of camp. And so yeah, there's just little things like that that I feel like I've gotten to explore and do and grow as an athlete that have really helped.
Yeah, and I know this is your first World Championships, correct?
Yeah.
To be representing Team USA. Like, was that ever something that, like, when you're growing up and you're like falling in love with the sport, that you like maybe thought was a possibility? Like, when did it kind of finally hit you?
Yeah, I feel like I didn't grow up thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a professional, or I'm gonna be on a team or anything like that. I just started doing it because I enjoyed it, and as I got older, I just started enjoying it more. And then I actually wasn't sure that I wanted to run in college when I got to that point, but I had a friend convince me to give it a try, and so I did that. And it wasn't until maybe my second year at Oregon State that I was like, I think I could be a pro. And I don't know, I just feel like with every step I've taken, that curiosity has grown for me and been like, all right, if I can be a pro, can I make a team? If I can make a team, can I medal? Like, so it's just kind of like progressed as I've progressed, I guess.
Yeah, and I know that there are not many Oregon State runners that have the opportunity to, do what you do. Like, other than like Grace, really, like you guys kind of represent Oregon State on the biggest stage in track and field. Just how awesome is it to represent a place that really helped you be able to make the decision that you could be a pro?
Yeah, no, it's huge. I just Oregon State changed my life. Louis changed my life. Being on the team changed my life in such a positive way that I just want to be able to repay that to all them, and it means a lot to be able to make them proud and represent Oregon State out there, and hopefully that'll show more people like, look what Louis and the team and that environment can do for you if you give them a chance. So I'd hope to encourage some people to maybe give it a chance and go there if they can.
Yeah, and I know Grace won the steeple in Canada.
Yeah.
So is she going also to Worlds?
I don't know. There is like a points system, and I think she's going to run the NACAX in Bahamas for some points, but I don't really know what that process is like.
I know.
So
it's kind of
she may be there, which would be amazing, and I'm really hopeful. But I guess we'll just have to like wait and find out.
Yeah, and I know, she was a big part of your story at Oregon State. Just to see her also, win Canadian championships and the success that she's had, just to see her again and to represent Oregon State together at World Championships, what would that be like?
Oh, it would be so awesome. We got to go to a race together in Boston. I think it was in February, and we got to stay at an Airbnb together, room together, and it was really fun because it was just like old times in college again. And even though we were in different races there, it was still fun to get to relive that. And so it'd be really fun if we got to relive that in Tokyo together. And of course, I just want the best for her and love seeing her succeed, and I know how hard she works, so it makes me very happy.
Yeah, and for those who may not be familiar, like, with the steeplechase, like, why do you love the steeplechase? What makes it unique? Like, what would you tell some fans that are like, what is steeplechase? Like,
yeah, I think of it as like the horse girl event. I don't know. I think of it as an obstacle course, to be honest with you, and I like that there's more to it than just running in a line in circles. It's like there's this jumping aspect to it, and there's a technique to it as well, and a skill that comes with that. And growing up, I would always make my dad create obstacle courses for me at the playground, and so I feel like this is just my adult version of let's do the obstacle course, and someone else is timing me, but I have friends who are doing it with me at the same time. And it's no joke jumping 35 barriers in the span of just under 2 miles. It's very tiring, but it's really rewarding and really fun, and I'm happy that I got into it.
What has been the biggest obstacle outside of the steeplechase, that you've had to face since becoming a professional? I know you kind of said that this year was really challenging for you. Just what was the biggest obstacle that you feel like you had to overcome in order to achieve this goal?
Yeah, this was like my first full year as a pro, like under Jerry. Everything kind of happened so fast when I transitioned, and I was just getting ready for trials and just focused on that, and then just kind of went into my break. And I did get injured before I got to finish out my season in Europe, which was a really big bummer. So that was definitely a little bit of an obstacle coming into fall. But then also just having my whole identity be in running was a little bit tough for me. In school, I'm a student, I'm an intern, I'm all these other titles as well. So when I'm doing that, it's like, oh, I'm not Kaylee the runner anymore. But now with all those things gone and running being my full-time job, it was really hard to kind of like escape from that. And I feel like I kind of went on a little bit of a journey to figure out who else am I besides just Kaylee the runner, and finding hobbies and things that I enjoy doing. And I've even thought about going back to school online, because I do miss that. And so that has just been a little bit challenging for me. That really changed things around for me the last couple months. So yeah, I just feel like myself again. I feel happy. I feel like I'm more than just a runner, and I feel like I'm in a good headspace that way again.
Yeah, and just like I feel like everything is kind of coming together at the perfect time for you. You've had so much improvement, since covering you at trials. Just what makes you most excited just to represent Team USA on the biggest stage in track and field?
I mean, the team, everyone in the U.S. is so good, and the girls I'm going with are just amazing people and fun athletes. And so I'm just excited to go out there and wear the USA on my chest and see what I can do for the team. I want to be a player. I want to contribute. I want to show that I deserve the contract I have. I deserve the position that I have. And I just want to be curious, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just going back to the race itself, the final.
Yeah.
Just take us through kind of what you can remember about it, and just the start, the middle, the finish.
I feel like, I was trying to run as close to 3,000 meters as possible. Jerry always tells us to stay in lane 1, stay on the rail, run as close to your distance race as you can. So I was trying to do that. I was also trying to be more assertive of my positioning. I've historically been a little bit timid and have been easily pushed around, and if someone wants the spot I'm in, I just kind of will let them. And this time I was no, I'm holding my ground, and I feel like I did a really good job of that. I do feel like I kind of missed the move with 800 to go. I don't really know. I don't remember seeing it happen, and so I'm kind of irritated with myself about that, and not making a move of my own with a little bit left to go. I had the thought, but then just kind of ignored it. And then I think the last 300 meters was like the scariest thing of my life. Oh my gosh, I feel like I just remember thinking, I'm in third right now. Everyone's fighting to get me. Like, this is not where I want to be at the moment. And then, yeah, the last 100, when Chrissy came up on me, I turned and I saw her and was like, that is the last person that I want to see with 100 meters to go. So I just really tried to put my head down and fight as hard as I can, because I did not want someone to take it away from me with 100 meters to go. I would have been so mad at myself. So I'm glad that I was able to fight and still keep my third position.
What does your training then from now until World Championships look like?
I'm heading back to Park City tomorrow, and I'll just be training up there at altitude for the next 6 weeks, and then we'll head out to Tokyo from there.
So you're going right from there. Just how does the altitude help with the training? Like, what's the training? Is the altitude necessarily high in Tokyo, or does that just help your kind of stamina and endurance?
No, it's just, I mean, being at altitude increases your red blood cells and your hemoglobin, and so that just kind of helps with overall fitness, I guess, is the best way for me to put it right now. And so just doing that going into the World Championships is what we're going for. It's also really hot up there right now, and I know Tokyo is pretty hot and humid, so I think just kind of like the combination of both will help. But yeah, Jerry likes to go up to altitude before big meets, so